The Saints' first pick, Andrus Peat, missed most of the OTAs while he finished up school at Stanford. Now his classroom is the black and gold practice facility, where he is slowly playing catch-up on his Saints schoolwork.
Maybe a little bit, but just because I wasn't here, physically, but I feel like I'm catching up and, getting there each day.
We're able to have communications, and with the technology now, go through the installs. He's coming from a pro system. I think there'll be some catching up to do, and yet at the same time, I think knowing him, he's a pretty sharp guy. He just graduated from Stanford, so I'm sure he's had other challenges that are probably a little bit more difficult than that.
Pete certainly has good teachers, with the likes of JAHRI Evans and Zach Streif along the black and gold offensive line. And while he's picking their brains, he's also impressing his elders.
He's a big guy. Obviously, you guys can see that. He's a big guy, but, he's still learning. So, basically, during this time, it's a lot thrown at you. You kind of get a lot of plays, a lot of different techniques and stuff like that. But basically just get on the same page of how we do things here, and he's doing well so far.
They've all been helping me out, and especially Zach Streif. He was the guy I'm playing behind. So, I'm really just trying to learn from all the guys and take something from each of them and kind of get better and, put that into my game.
While the work in June is more about footwork and preparation, Pete is already looking forward to training camp, where he will get to show his biggest strength.
I just try to be physical when I play. It's kind of coming from college is what we tried to do and establish. So that's what I'm going to try to do, just bring a physical presence, in the run game and pass game as well.
So he's on an accelerated learning curve, and he's learning from some of the best in the business. But there's something no one could have prepared him for: the steamy classroom he has to work in.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot different because even coming from Arizona where it's hot, it's not humid like this. So, it's just like that. It's another thing I got to adjust to. Just drink a lot of water and make sure I'm prepared for practice.
Well, what was your first reaction in that first practice, though, and it's already 90% humidity and 90 degrees in the first morning?
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I wasn't expecting to sweat that much, but it was, you just got to get used to it.
So there's no beating the heat, but Pete is ready to beat up on some defensive linemen in the not-too-distant future. In Metairie, Paul Boron for CST.